So Josh, tell me about your bike. What is it? When did you get it? Where do you plan on riding?
So this is a Rocky Mountain Altitude. I got this bike a couple days ago from some random guy who goes to Penn State, and yeah, it's freaking killer. It's the A50 model, so it's got like a different rear triangle, but besides that, it's pretty much stock. And oh, also the rear rim is different, but yeah, besides that, this bike's pretty much stock. He rode it a good amount, like it's definitely ridden, but everything, like he definitely took great care of this bike because everything we've seen, it's basically mint. So yeah, just a quick rundown. I guess we'll start with suspension. This suspension, first of all, is insane. So we got DPS float in the back, and in the front we got a Fox 36 Performance. Pretty much get me through any trouble I put it in. And yeah, it's 150 here, 160 up front. As for the rest of the component set, we got this race face dropper post. It's basically a Fox transfer, and sitting on that is a WTV saddle. Not really sure which one. And then for the drivetrain, we got SRAM GX Eagle, and for the cranks, we got stylo cranks, and on those cranks, we got some one-up pedals. For brakes, we got Shimano SLX, and they might need a bleed, but they get the job done. Got a 180 rotor in the back and a 203 in the front. Also got SLX hubs.
So what bike are you coming from, and why are you looking forward to riding this one?
I'm coming from a Diamondback hardtail from Mason 2. I wouldn't call it a Walmart bike, but other people could call it a Walmart bike. I mean, it's definitely above the price range of a Walmart bike, but not a ton of travel. Not that you need a ton of travel, but for the riding I do, it would definitely be beneficial to have a little more than 120 millimeters in the front. And that bike, the Geo, was sketchy to say the least, and this will be just a whole new world. That bike was also a size down. This is an XL, so just longer reach, way longer wheelbase. Again, that slacker head angle. It's actually adjustable.
It's called Ride 9. So you have these two little squares in here. You can flip them around. There's 9 different settings. Right now it's set up right in the middle. So if you move it, I believe if you move it back, it'll create a slacker head angle. If you move it up, it'll create steeper. So depending on what type of riding you do or what type of terrain you're on, you can adjust it or to your preference.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and this thing's sick.
So Josh, tell me about your riding. What type of riding do you prefer?
I'm definitely on the more free riding, nimbler side of things. So yeah, that's why I got the 27.5s on there. This Altitude, fun fact, is the last Altitude with 27.5s on all sizes. So yeah, pretty much perfect bike for me. And yeah, I'm a big 27.5 advocate. If you ride 29s, that's cool. I'm just not gonna talk to you. If you're wondering, I ride in Northern Virginia area, so a lot of parking lots. But I ride. If you ever heard of Lake Fairfax, Watershed, Fountainhead, I'll head up to Bryce sometimes, and planning to head to Pisgah this riding season once it warms up, as well as Highlands. So definitely going to be putting this bike to the test, so stay in tune for that if you want to learn more about this bike and what it's really capable of. I mean, I might not be the best person to show you the limits of this bike, but I'll definitely be crashing it, so you'll get to see that. For any upgrades that I've planned, I might swap out the front tire, throw the front tire in the rear, take the rear off, put a new, probably like a Magic Mary in the front. Besides that, the grips are pretty worn down, might replace those. But, oh, and probably throw a bash guard on there. But besides that, there's really not a lot this bike needs for it to send some gnarly stuff. Just one more.
Oh, quick drop test. Whew.
Wait. That's insane.
Nothing.